Are ghosts real? Do you believe in ghosts? If you ask me, yes. Is this book based on true events? Yes. I have experienced the haunting. It was a very beautiful apartment and we got it for a very cheap rent, like very filmy it was. And after shifting there, then we started facing weird things. 2:44 a.m., precisely 2:44 a.m., I would hear the doorbell. I would hear a knock on the door and I'll wake up. Inside the kitchen, we had this bathroom, which was very weird. Like, that is one thing I found very odd and striking the moment I entered the house, which always had the flickering bulb. The washing machine started moving on its own, like turning on its own when it was not even plugged in, it was not even on. Hi guys, as I promised that I will make another video about my book Ghosts Aren't Real, which is releasing exactly 1 week after today, which is also going to be my birthday. Thank you so much for the great response regarding the book. I've got so many DMs asking different questions about my book. So here we are. Let's answer all of them. So yeah, okay. The first and the most asked question is it actually based on true story? Before answering this question, let's ponder upon the title of the book first. Are ghosts real? Do you believe in ghosts? Okay, this is my question to you. You can now answer me in the DM and you can tell me if you believe in ghosts or not. But if you ask me, yes, I think ghosts do exist because uh, ghost is just the name, because they are also the spirit, the energy. We are all spirits, we are all energy, we are confined inside the body, and when the body is gone, the spirit is free. That spirit, depending on its own journey, its own state of mind, the feeling, if it's trauma or pleasure or happiness or satisfaction or dissatisfaction, depending on that, they become maleficent or malevolent uh, spirits. So ghost or angel is it, they are just names, but they both exist. I strongly believe on angels and I strongly believe on ghosts. So in my opinion, yes, ghosts are real. The second question, is this book based on true events? Yes. Yes, it is based on true events, and yes, I have experienced the haunting along with my family. Me, my husband, and our two children, we were there in a very upmarket and urban society, in a very beautiful house in Lokhandwala, Mumbai's Lokhandwala, Andheri Lokhandwala. I cannot disclose anything more than that because I don't want to create controversy against uh, around this. So, obviously, you will not get those details even in the book, but what you get, the gist of it, we actually lived it, and we lived it for 1 whole year and we survived it. Thankfully, touch wood, we survived it. Though in the book, a lot of things are fictionalized, a lot of things are exaggerated for the sake of the storytelling, for the sake of entertainment. So, all those things did not happen actually. But yeah, the core, the haunting per se, was real, and I have documented the real haunting in the book. What is not real, you will come to know once you read the book. So please go grab your copy, read the book. Anyway, I have shamelessly asked you to give me a birthday gift by buying my book or just reading it for free on Kindle Unlimited, and share your feedback, share your rate it, or yeah, rate it. Honest rating. I am not bribing you or emotionally blackmailing you to give good ratings or good feedback. Be honest, be ruthless. If you think the book is not good, not good. If you think it's good, please say it. So, yeah. Now, let's move on to another question. The criticism that I gathered due to sharing my content online, and some of you have also asked me about that, what kind of criticism. So, as you all know, I have been sharing videos, teasers about my book, and I have been also sharing some horror content, some romantic content, which I create for my YouTube channel on Instagram and on WhatsApp. And one fine morning, like 5 in the morning, I received this message from a person. I will not call them friend or foe. A person. I get this message in years, like almost 1 or 2 years. We've never spoken, never seen each other. No message, no like or dislike, or no reaction at all. And this person messages me a long message criticizing that how can I share uh, horror content on my WhatsApp status. It will affect the children badly, and nowadays children have access to mobile phones and this and that. So, and I am like, listen, the video I have made, I have already made it clear to YouTube that it's not for kids. Now, this is my WhatsApp status. I am putting my video on my status, obviously, to publicize my video, to publicize my book. And if your child is catching hold of your phone and checking your WhatsApp and checking my status, it's not my fault. Like, I don't have your friends, your child's number, and your child does not have my number. So there is no way the child is going to see my status just like that. If the child checks the status on your phone, it's your fault. Why do you give your children this much of liberty to check your WhatsApp, check your phone whenever they want? Like, my children don't do that. So this was my take on that. And that person is again trying to criticize, like, you're not saying, oh hi, I it's nice to see your ping. Why would I say that? Why would I say it's nice to see your ping when you've never reacted on my failures, on my sorrows, on my happiness, on my success? Nothing at all. You don't ever react on my any of my life updates, and today you are picking up the phone early in the morning and you are writing a moral essay to me about sharing a horror fictional content on my WhatsApp status, while when I go to your Instagram feed, it's full of your intimate photos and videos with your partner. And does that not affect kids? Like, it's in common feed. It's not even, your account is not private, it's a public account, and you're sharing whatever you want to share. I never pointed a finger on you and said anything to you. What gives you the right or audacity to judge me for uh, something I do as a profession? I'm a writer. I write, I make content. That's my profession for past 25 years. That's what I'm doing. So, yeah, this was the criticism which did not demoralize me. It just, okay, that person blocked me, I blocked that person, and we are even. So, yeah, that was another question. Uh, yeah, the other question is, the characters in the book, are they real? So yeah, the characters are inspired by real characters like my family, but not exactly, because you'll know if I say anything else, it'll be a big spoiler. So I don't want to answer this question. Please go read this book and you'll know it yourself. There are some other questions about the hauntings we faced. So yeah, the haunting we faced was the electronics, the all the electronic appliances, they were acting funny ever since we shifted to this apartment, which was a very beautiful apartment, and we got it for a very cheap rent, like very filmy it was. We are looking for an apartment, we get it in a very good society, very good locality, in a very good condition, and it's a beautiful flat, and we get it for a very economic rent, and it did not strike us at all. Like, why would it? Because because these things happen in the films or stories. This does not happen in real life, right? This is what we thought. We got it, we shifted happily, and after shifting there, then we started facing weird things, like uh, 2:44 a.m., precisely 2:44 a.m., I would hear the doorbell. I would hear a knock on the door, and I'll wake. And there was no kid apart from my children in the building. So who will do this prank? That too, even if there were kids, like, I didn't know. Maybe 2:44 a.m. Which kid is awake at 2:44 a.m.? But my friend, when I was there in that apartment, I always thought either it's somebody pranking, or maybe I had a dream. I had this weird dream that my doorbell was ringing. That's all. So I just let it slide. It kept happening day after day, night after night, and then my sleep cycle became like that. Like, even now, I wake up at 3:44, 2:44 to 3 ke beech mein I wake up. So yeah, that happened. Then we are all and in one room, and from the other room we will hear some clinking and clanking of the utensils, and we would think कि ये बाहर से आवाज आ रही है somewhere else. Even when we were alone, I am alone in the house, and I would hear these weird noises, and I would think कि हाँ होगा कुछ, you know. Then uh, there was a weird bathroom in that house. Inside the kitchen we had this bathroom, which was very weird. Like, that is one thing I found very odd and striking the moment I entered the house. Like, what is this? Who makes a bathroom inside the kitchen? And they said this is the staff bathroom, and like, okay, funny, but we don't use a bathroom inside the kitchen, so let's use it as a storeroom. So we did not use that bathroom, we kept it as a storeroom. We put our washing machine in that bathroom or storeroom, which always had the flickering bulb. The bulb flickering was like, and we are great Stranger Things fans, so we always had this inside joke, me and my young elder son. Oh, Vecna is coming, and we would have these bulbs blasting every now and then, flickering and blasting, and we would think, हाँ, wiring में कुछ fault है. The MCB would fall again and again, and we would think some electrical problem is there, then the washing machine started moving on its own, like turning on its own, when it was not even plugged in, and that was my dumbest state of mind, that I thought there is some earthing, maybe it's getting earthing, maybe the connection is loose or something, and I'm not checking that the plug is not there. How can it work? And I'm googling about it, that washing machine moving on its own, what is the fault? And there was no result, because this is not a fault. And I never understood that. I would peep inside, open the washing machine and peep inside. Now I get scared, I think, like, What if somebody would have pulled me inside and I would have been disappeared? What would my family do? But that time I was not scared. I would just peep inside and try to see what's there. Is there a mouse or something? What's there? You know? And these were the physical things we heard and saw and experienced, but there was a lot of things beyond that. There were so many things, like we would fall ill. I fell terribly ill. My younger son, my elder son broke his foot my twice. My younger son, he would be uh, just not well all the time. We would go to the doctor, get tests done, nothing is coming in the reports, but he is not well. That was his constant state. Unwell, lying down, not chirpy, not jumpy, not playing at all, just lying down, coughing, getting fever every now and then, you know. And he was not in school yet, so he was at home, I was at home, and everybody was like, the state of mind was so weird. My elder son, who was not even a teen at that moment, he used to be so sad and, miserable, blaming us, blaming his life, being super sad that why am I in this life, I don't like it, and all of that. Me and my husband would fight a lot all the time. The I would say anything and he would snap, he would say anything and I would snap. That was the constant uh, atmosphere at home, and we did not realize anything amiss. We, like, for the longest time, it was only when uh, my son, who was already trained for sleeping on his own in his room, we went there, and suddenly he started fussing about it. No, I want to sleep in your room. No, I want to sleep in your room. I get nightmares. He would wake up in the night and walk into my room, and we would think he's just fussing around. Maybe he's jealous of the sibling, because the younger one is sleeping next to us, so maybe he's jealous and all of that. But no, he was actually getting nightmares, and we came to know about it when once my husband slept in his room and he could not sleep. He got this terrible nightmare that he woke up and he was like, no, I am not going to sleep in this room. I don't know why I got this nightmare. And maybe Sumansh was right. He was telling the truth, that he also gets nightmares over there. This was one thing that shook us a bit. And uh, then we discussed it, like, not the nightmare part, just this, that the all the finances are going down, we lost all jobs, and everything is going, like, everything is not working, anything is not working, the job, the career, the finance, everything is just going down, and I don't know what's happening. So this friend of us, she just suggested us to see this healer. The healer was not in Mumbai, she was outstation, and she said, okay, you do one thing, just send your pictures. So we clicked our pictures and we sent them to her. We said our kids are not well, we are not well, mental state is not good, finances are, we've like, so many losses, we faced many losses, जो jobs आ गए थे वो भी चले गए हाथ से, somehow things are not working. So she said, okay, send your pictures. We sent them. Then she said some things she saw in the pictures, she sensed in the pictures. She said, make a video of your house and send. So we made a video of our house, like a house tour, and sent. And then she said, okay, now send me a detailed video of that bathroom, that odd bathroom, and the children room. These two places, when she asked for the videos of these two places, that is when it struck me that, okay, this bathroom, the washing machine, the bulb, and the children room, where nobody wants to sleep, where nobody wants to stay. So we sent the videos and she studied them, meditated over them, and then she calls back saying there are entities in your house. Okay, entities in the house and on those two places. She said, immediately leave the house. But how can we immediately leave any place in Mumbai? And how can we immediately shift to somewhere else in Mumbai? So this happened. And then, as if some thing was open, or maybe the entities who were there, they wanted us out. So now, after spending one whole year over there, like almost a year, 10 months or something, our maid tells us the story that somebody killed themselves in this very house. Whereas before shifting, we asked the owner, we asked the surroundings, the neighbors, the the watchman about it. कुछ हुआ था क्या इस flat में? Is it fine? And nobody told us. And we come to know about it that after the suicide only the house was locked for 2 years, and then you are here. And before this suicide, whichever family came to this house, they lost their family members, because I'm getting goosebumps, because something or the other happened and nobody stayed happy in this flat. And that is when we decided, okay, even if we have to shift to a hotel, we will do that, but we don't want to stay here. We told the owner, we asked, confronted him that why didn't you tell us? We asked, right? And they said, we don't believe in such things. So yeah, it happened. What about it? We couldn't do anything. So we said, okay, we are putting the notice and we are leaving. Then we found another house, this house where we are now. Like, it's been 3 years now. So we were so shaken up. We actually started keeping the house messy, so that the new people who are coming to check out the house, because we are going, so the owner put an agent to show the house to others, so that nobody likes it. And we secretly even told all of them not to shift here because this place is not good. We tried everything that was in our capacity to stop more people from suffering what we suffered. But yeah, when we shifted after some time, we learned that there were new tenants in that house. Immediately after shifting from that house, like, I brought my younger one in fever to this house, and after coming here, he did not fall ill. He recovered without medicine from that illness. Of course, after that he fell ill a few times due to viral or anything, but that was normal. It came and went, because when we came here, it was his birthday and I went for shopping, and we realized that he was 4, but the clothes that fit him were 2 to 3 years, so like 2.5 years clothes that fit him. And I took him to the doctor, and doctor saw the entire file, which was full, because we used to be there at the hospital all the time, at the clinic all the time. So he checked and he said, ki, yeah, this is something very striking, that in the entire year he did not gain even a single gram, which is striking. So let's do some tests. And we did those tests. We did the bone age test also, and we found out that in that entire year, when we were there in that house, my son did not grow. His growth was stunted. So this was a proof to what we were going through, what could have happened. I literally felt like I saved him from that house. We could have lost him, like, or lost any of us, like the other families who lost their family members in that house, rather to that house. The healer that checked the house told us that the entities which were there, they were not any of the souls of the people who lost their lives there, not even the suicidal one. The entities were there. The nature of the entities was like that they owned that place and they did not want anyone there. So that's all. Anyone disturbing them, they were not happy with, so they wanted them to go. That's all. So that's what we did. We went left, and the same washing machine, we did not sell it off. There was no problem with the washing machine. So we got the same washing machine to this house, and it is still working fine. It never worked or ran on its own without being plugged, never. Sometimes we used to joke like, what if it starts running on its own again? Like, we want to see. Saurabh would not believe even after coming here. No, no, it was some glitch. I'm waiting for the washing machine to behave like that even now. And what if it does, and all of that? But it never happened. It never happened. And thankfully, by the grace of God, by the blessings of my angels, we are safe and sound and happy. And ever since this incident, I was thinking of writing this book, and I was working on this book, and it took me so many years, like 3 years. First year when we moved here, we I did not think about it. I started thinking about it after that. So yeah, it took me 2 years to write this book, and I have tried to do justice with it. I have tried to write it in the way I like to read it as a reader, the kind of supernatural horror books I like to read. I have tried to write it in the same way, and I really hope that you will like it. So, yeah, this was it about the book. This is what the book looks like. This is the cover. Hope you like it. Please go and check it out on Amazon. I will post the link in the description. Click the link, pre order the book, and go read it, rate it, give your feedback. I would be very, very grateful. And if you want to read hard copies like paperbacks, you can buy it on pothi.com. It's a bit fat book, fattest of all the books I have written till date. But yeah, there was a lot to cover, so that's why it's fat. Please go buy the book, or please read it on Kindle Unlimited after 26 December. That's when the book is releasing. And that's my birthday gift I'm asking you to give me. Please go buy the book. And are ghosts real? Go find out, read the book, and find out if they're real or not.